Boom. Okay. So this is my motherboard. Okay, I don't need to know all that. I got it from eBay. We about to open this motherfucker up though. So RIP to this i3. Thank you i3. But I'll tell you right now, the I and 3 in the same sentence, I knew I wasn't gonna use it. So hold up, let me. What the fuck? Dog. We need to unblurry that. Okay. All right, there we go. i3 2120. Shout outs to the i3, but yeah, you're going in the garbage. I don't even. I know for a fact I ain't gonna make a sell with this. I would have to sell that shit for like $5, and that's making no profit. So I'm gonna throw it out. Shout outs to the i3, dearly departed i3. Matter of fact, I could save this box for my client's RAM sticks that I'm gonna sell for him. Nah, I'll just put his in an anti-static bag and envelope. Goodbye, i3. You will be missed. Oh, and I gotta put the screws back in the power supply. So let me put these on top of here. All right. Show you guys what I got. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have this facing me. Face the other way. Matter of fact, I'm using one of my protection knives. I got motherfucking scissors. All right. All right, we're in there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this is my motherboard that I got that I'm building the Ryzen 7 5700X around. That shit over there. Kaboom! A B550M DS3H socket AM4. And shout outs to the eBay. I'm gonna put the eBay seller who I bought this from in the link as well. I like once I structurally review everything that I buy. Like before I buy it, I look at pictures, I read descriptions. I am very what's that word? Calculated, right? When I'm buying shit because like I sell shit, so I have to make sure my quality is on the up and up or on the stuff that I'm selling. So I expect that. No, fuck expect. I demand that when I'm buying something as well. So I saw this seller had this motherboard for sale. I seen him have it on a test bench. I'm like, okay, so he got it on a test bench. It shows that it's working. More importantly, right? He already upgraded the BIOS so my chip could be supported. That was the selling point for me. I'm like, yo, that's dope because most of the time you buy these boards from sellers and you have to have an older chip in order to boot it up. And then you upgrade the BIOS on the motherboard so you can use the chip that you want to use. But from what I saw in the description, dude was like, hey, I already updated the BIOS for you, so your chip works. Yes, that's less work. And the less work when you're building computers, the better. All right. So this is what we got. It's packaged phenomenally, right? We got the anti-static, and more importantly, let me show you another part of my selling point. All right, we lift this up. We got the IO shield. This is day and night important for me. It's kind of banged up, but I don't give a shit. As long as it works and it fits, I don't care. This is crucial. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. He got rid of the little middle things for the Oh, he bent them all. He bent them to the back, so you'll have easy access to the USB ports. Love it. Okay, I can easily bend this shit back in place, but it's there. More. That's the most. It's there. Motherfuckers, I don't know why they do this on the internet. They will sell you a board, and they think this isn't important. No, this keeps some of the dust out of the back. Number one. Number two, it protects your opponent, your components from being like over pressed. Let's say you're pressing something, right? Or you're pushing a USB port in. This is there for a reason. It's supposed to be there. So I feel like I don't know why certain sellers sell you a motherboard and not include this. Like, hey, no, no. And also, when you're building, well, me, when I'm building, I think it's tacky as fuck to just have your, just look in the back and like, hey, yeah, components, yeah, you look, like, and not see it like, hold on, let me give you an example. This is a pre-built, so they don't really count, but it does. Let me show you. You see that? You see how they got the panel there? Yeah, have the panel. Without, it just looked tacky, right? Include the panel. Include the panel. Right? Or let's say you buy one without the panel, it's a loophole, right? This is what I did. The motherboard that I did for my other nephew, I bought it off of a guy off of a mobile app. I bought it off of a guy from OfferUp, and he didn't have the IO panel. He told me he didn't have it. I was like, you know what? Bet. I was like, I made sure I could get it from the motherboard manufacturer. So before I bought it off the dude, I looked on the internet and it was an ASRock. So I was like, hey, I emailed ASRock, put in the motherboard specifications, and I requested an IO panel. I got it. It cost $8. So you can get away with buying one without an IO panel. You just either have to look it up on the manufacturer's website, or sometimes you can get lucky and get it off of eBay. But I do not build without an IO panel. I've been doing it since the beginning of me building. It's fucking tacky and it's tasteless. Okay? Include this. Include this with your motherboard if you're gonna sell it. Thank you. I'm sorry. That just brings so much aggression to my heart. I fucking hate that shit. All right. So this is the motherboard that I'm building a 5700X around. So far I got the motherboard. The power supply will be here tomorrow. The case will be here sometime this week. And I got the M2. I got a 1 TB M2 Gen 3, but it does like Gen 3. It doesn't matter. It's still a Gen 3 SSD. It's still run laps around faster than a mechanical. So this build, let me tell you, this build what it's gonna have. It's gonna use this motherboard, 5700X CPU, a 1 TB Silicon Power, the same brand that I just did this build with, but it's gonna be an M.2, a 1 TB Silicon Power M.2 SSD. I have a laptop mechanical lying around 1 TB. I'm going to put that in the system. And then I'm going to buy a 2 TB 3.5 mechanical. So combined, you're going to have a combined 4 TB of space, which isn't bad. 1 TB for the M.2, 1 TB for your laptop 2.5 mechanical, and then freaking 2 TB. I'm gonna get a 2 TB 3.5 mechanical. So you're gonna have 4 TB of space. It's gonna, the GPU, I'm leaning towards a, see, if I build, when I, it's like I can build both. I build Intel and AMD, but if I'm going AMD, I go AMD everything, including graphic card, because you get a performance boost if you're using the stuff in like the same generation. So graphic card, I'm going to get a 66. I'm leaning towards a 6600 XT. 8 gig. I'm leaning a lot towards that. I'm leaning towards a 6600 XT. Unless some miracle comes through and I'm able to upgrade my graphic card to like a 6750, 6850 or some shit, then I'll include my, but if I include my graphic card in this build, I'll have to charge significantly more. I'll have to charge probably like maybe 900 maybe, but my main selling point is between 750 to $800. You know what I'm saying? My coworker that I sold the other build to, he got lucky for $800. Considering I was able to get a good monitor for still like that, and you know I knew he was a reliable buyer, so he got it still. 7 terabytes of space, gaming monitor. His GPU is a 1080 Ti. That's still pretty solid, right? On rocking with a i5 10600. No, I think no i5 10400. That's what it is. It's I think that's like a 11th gen, 10th or 11th gen. I built that build around that. So this build is all AMD 5700 XT. No, 5700X. This motherboard, 6600 XT GPU, a combined 4 terabytes of space, a Montech Air X case, a 600-watt power supply. It's this brand off of Amazon called APEVA. They're very affordable. They're semi-modular, meaning that the power things are integrated into the PSU, but you can it's 4 ports that you add what you need. So whether it's PCI for the power for the GPU, and then you know the SATA and the one Molex that you'll get, the 1 or 2 Molex joints. But yeah, so I $40 for the power supply, which was super solid. It's a brand on Amazon, APEVA. They're called APEVA, and they got some of the most affordable power supplies on all of Amazon, and they work. They work. I've built all the builds that I've built for like my nephews and stuff, and for some of my clients too. My main client, both of his power supplies is from that Amazon brand. And if you know you don't like how sometimes PSUs have loud fans, you can change those fans. Like I showed you, you can take apart a power supply and you can change that fan. Whereas, well, in this older build, you can't. In this older build, you can't because it's older. So you have to have a certain level of soldering skills. Whereas the newer power supplies, it's a pin connector. You just unplug it. Take the unplug it. So if you want silence, I still say to this day, Noctua fans. They are the most silent fans on the market. Noctua. They're the most silent, the quietest fans on the market. So if you got a power supply that's got a loud fan and you know the dimensions of the fan, like if it's like a 120 mm or like a 92 mm, Noctua has those dimensions. You take that fan out of the power supply, put in a Noctua. There you go. All right, so we're done with that. I'm about to configure Windows on this thing and everything. If I get enough battery power by the time I let this charge up, then I'll do a video on the changing of my processor. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna let my phone charge, and then I'm gonna change out my processor. All right, thank you for watching.